Today we're looking at the Olitans Lemon Shark. So this knife was provided to me by Olitans, and I'm really glad that they did. Now this is a probably mid-range budget knife considered. They think they range from like $45 to $55. This is the slightly higher end version, and this features some PEI handle scales and backspacer. PEI is just the non-name brand version of Ultim. Ultim is just the name brand of a type of PEI. So that is a pretty nice handle material there. We've got a reversible deep carry pocket clip, and this features a 10CR blade. 10CR 15 MOV. Now, 10CR, we hear that and we think it's one of those alphabet soup budget steels, but a steel is only as good as it is treated and as good as its geometry. And let me tell you, from $30 to $500 knives, this is some of the best geometry that I have ever had on a knife. It's a really fantastic geometry for cutting, so to see that in a sub 100, sub $60 range, to have a knife that goes down to 13 to 14 thousandths behind the edge is something that is really fantastic to see that a company is doing. They did let me know that they do pride themselves in their heat treat as well. And I do plan on sending this one off to Taylor to get it third-party hardness tested. But let me tell you, regardless of any of that, before any of that, I put this knife to the test against some S90V. If you didn't have a chance to check that video out, I would go look at it. But this knife with the better geometry actually outperformed S90V steel. So even if you do have a premium super steel, the geometry isn't going to, if you have poor geometry on that super steel, it's not going to matter. You can still get better performance and better edge retention out of a cheaper steel with superior geometry. You can control your edge angle to some degree. You can lower it if you're good at sharpening or have a good fixed angle system. You can lower that edge angle, but thickness behind the edge, that's something that's just going to have to come with the manufacturing unless you plan on doing your own regrind. So now that I'm done ranting about that geometry, which believe me, for $55 to get something that great, regardless of anything else, is something that's fantastic to see. So let's take a little bit of a closer look at this blade. So we've actually got a stonewash and satin two-tone here. So we see we've got satin on the flats and a nice stonewash on this swedge and the primary bevel. The thumb studs are very nicely sized. They work for some great just a thumb or reversed flick. Excellent action there. We've got a really nice snappy detent, and we do have some very nice functional jimping that goes all the way up to the front flippers for a very consistent and reliable front flipping action. We've got some skeletonized stainless steel liners. They are skeletonized only on the show side. They are full on the liner and clip side, and this is a liner lock riding on ball bearings. And I've just been thoroughly impressed by this knife. I did a cut performance comparison with it again with that S90V, and it passed through material very easily. Here I can cut up a roll of leather here very easily. It just flies through cardboard with that geometry. And, I'm not selling this knife. They provided it to me to give a review, and I want you all to take this review as honest. I'm not just talking this knife up because they gave it to me. I'm not selling you this knife. I don't have an affiliate link. I don't make any money off of if you go and buy it. I just like doing knife reviews, and I like letting the community know when there's a gem out there. And let me tell you, the Olitans Lemon Shark is a real gem. They have a few different variations of colors of blades and handle scales, and I think they have some even more coming. So I'm definitely going to check out some other knives from Olitans because I can see that they took into consideration what people who actually want to use their knives. If they just wanted to show off some design or for show, they're not going to take the time to really treat that steel properly, get it real nice and thin behind the edge like that. The plunge grind is pretty good for a budget knife as well. I did give it a sharpening and didn't develop any smile, maybe a whisper of it on that end, but that's something that you see common in expensive knives as well. So all of the little details are there. You know, we've got a 100% solid lockup. We've got some fantastic action, nice centering. Just the details are there with this knife. It fills out the hand very well. There are no hot spots. I thought the clip might be an issue, but it wasn't at all. I mean, this was just a real joy to use. That geometry made for some excellent edge retention when I put it through my standard edge retention testing. Some of the best that I've seen from any steels or knives so far. So a company that for the Lemon Shark, at least, before I check out any of their other models, but the Lemon Shark, at least, they are doing it right with this one. So if you've been curious about Olitans or wanting to pick up one of their knives, just check it out. I would suggest it, and I am looking forward to having the opportunity to check out some other of their models too. Thank you for watching.